Oh, I went too fast. It went too fast. I'm going to put my earphone. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a little 30-minute of a demonstration. Oops, my lights are too much in the way. Okay. Welcome to another 30-minute of demonstration with Janome America. My name is Celine Ross, and I am an educator for Janome Canada. Hello, Janie. I see Janie is there. Few people are coming in. So I hope I won't cough too much because in French at 2 o'clock, it's bugging me and people when somebody cough, okay? So you remember, hello Shirley, rebonjour Stephanie, Marty, I see everybody's logging in. Janet, well, I feel like I know you, even if I... Okay, so you remember a few weeks ago, at the beginning of April, I made a simile leather bag, embroidered. So we'll turn the camera and you'll see. And I show you, I built it up, and then I did the stippling on the lining. Hello, Meili. Anne is there. Hello, Anne. Okay, so I will turn the camera to show you what I mean. Put everything out of the way to look clean. Oh, camera arrière. Okay. Okay, so you remember this bag. I insert something because I want it to be to stand up good, okay? And you remember I explained everything, but the lining was not finished. And of course, I have to turn it on the other side, but I want to explain to you what I did here. Because the next step before inserting this, I have to make my handles to sew my handles. Then I will insert my lining. So you remember I did stippling, okay, 2 different way on that foam, okay. And then when this was finished, well, stippling was on each side, okay? I like the foam because it's sturdy, yeah? So at the bottom, I top stitch with the how is it called? You know that little bar, the quilting bar, just to make sure everything was perfectly straight. And I add pockets. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have a bad... Okay, no, I'm okay. So I add pocket, and you see, a pocket, we never have enough. Huh? So I made them big. This side I divided in three different pockets and deep. So this is not a mistake here. I did it in purpose because when you insert something in the bag, you need ease, huh? Okay. So I quilt an easy way. So I took my fabric with a little bit of batting and interfacing to put it clean, when you put your hand or whatever you put there, okay? So I just top stitch around some square one. I didn't want to go around something oval or round because it's never that great. It's a round square. So I did this. This side, I divide my pocket in 3, and on the other side, I divide my pocket in 2, but I leave this space for a pen. Sorry. And of course, I did something, a little strap here for my key, yeah? So you don't have to dig and search in every pocket where you put your keys. So this is what I did. And look at the perfect placement. Oh, I would like these days come back, huh? Always be dressed, well dressed like this. Oh, yeah. Okay. And as a binding, I use the same simile leather as my bag. And don't think this is a mistake. It's done in purpose because I said, I need shorter pocket and longer pocket. And I said, if I have all this layer plus this layer and my lining, it's gonna end up so big here. No, I won't push it. So I could put it even shorter, but I use all the fabric I could use. Okay, so this is the lining, which of course will be upside down, inside out. It's not the same thing. Then I have to practice some straps, or handles, I should say, in leather or simile leather. I'm going to take a sip of water. Oh, so sorry. Hello, Mariella. Okay, so I said, okay, now it's time to play with real leather. And before, I want to show you another type of handle. You see my felt. This is a very heavy, thick, what's the word? I just say it. Felt. Okay. So I attach my foot, my zipper foot. I want to show you how strong is my machine. Well, my machine, all the Janome machine. Okay. And so you see, fold it in half, and I mark where I wanted to stop. And of course, I choose my center needle position. I really hope you see the tick. Oh no, I'll bring it to you after, so you'll see. And I'm using center needle position, and I'm using, you know, that thread which is very home deck. I'm using polyester weight. Hold on, talking and okay, polyester 30 weight, top and bobbin. Stop. Okay, I'm up. My line is here. With this thread, I don't use a thread cutter. So needle up, foot up, and I'm using the automatic thread cutter. I'm using the side cutter because my thread is really stronger than any thread. I look at the thickness of this. I hope you can see well, with inside. So I'm going to pull because I tape the top. Okay, and here I tape also, but I see that I tape too low, so I will tape it a little bit higher. Okay, and I'll cut because this, if you don't tape it, it will unravel very easy. So okay, so that is inside. And I didn't have a lock stitch. So what I will do, I will use a needle, a very thick needle, and I will do slip stitches at the end, because this will be sewn on the bag all the way around, plus an X in the middle. So this is really, really strong with that cording inside. Same thing on the other side. So this is just to prove you how strong is our machine, how powerful is our machine. And I'm using the Continental M17. Okay, now what I want to really show you on top of that is the end of handles, different one in pure leather. This is real skin, really skin leather. Okay, I don't use scissor to cut this. I use a rotary cutter because this is what I don't want. Okay, I use my rotary cutter. So you see the thickness. It's not thin. And then what do you have to do before you go on the bag? You made all this work on your bag, and you finish with you don't finish with the handle. Now it's time to put the handles, and you make a bobo. Oh, you want to cry. So you practice. So there's different end, I should say end of everything here. They're all different, just to see. And when you practice, something happen. I practice here, no problem. But here, it happens, the problem. So I wanted to, now I didn't use my rotary cutter. So I'm just going to, I don't have the right scissors on top of that. I want to show you something with the sewing machine. Okay, made it straight, okay? I have my center needle position, okay? So this foot that comes with the CM17, but any zipper foot. You have left needle position, center, and right needle position. My thread is inside the foot, under the foot, in my thread holder, and I can top stitch just the width of the foot. See how the machine, how strong is the machine? And I don't have a cold. I'll stop. With this thread, like I said before, never use the thread cutter. You know, I like to use the side cutter. So I'm using my center needle position. But let's say you want to top stitch very near the end of the leather. So I like to use 8, needle position at 8. Okay, again. Okay, and I will follow the edge of the leather. I'll go a little bit faster. Seems that it gives strength to the machine. Up, and cut. Hey, look at this. So this is precise, really precise. And my beginning and my end are perfect. No loop, no nothing, because I use my thread holder. From the back to the front is a thread cutter. From the front to the back is the thread holder. I don't need to insert my bobbin thread, just my needle thread. Okay, so you practice, and then of course with these fabric, the leather or the thick thread, the felt. I'm sorry. Of course, you have to have a better stitch length longer. So I will put it at 4 because this is what I like to use on leather. Okay, and why this is there? Because the bed of the machine is, look at this, it's sticky when you sew. Okay, so the bed of the machine is up to here. So I have my Teflon sheet and I open it near my needle plate. I cut it, but I kept it. Okay, free motion slider. Okay, because if I want to use it, see the needle position goes right in the hole. You see? Do you see well? My needle is right in the hole. Well, if I want to use it for free motion, or I could use it for straight stitch also. You have 2 choices, or you use it. Okay, and this is tape for painters. This is cheap at the dollar store. Okay, to keep it into place. I could do it around this little piece here, or you can change your needle plate for the Ultra Glide needle plate. Okay, Ultra Glide needle plate comes with the regular foot, which is a 9mm foot for this machine anyway. But not that one, but it's like simile Teflon. Okay, not exactly Teflon, but some material that will slide over the fabric. But I didn't need it here to do what I'm doing. But you do it, you put it on or you don't put it on. It depends of the fabric. You know, when you sew, You think you're the boss, but the fabric is the boss. You have to obey to the reaction of the fabric. Okay, so here I tried, before you go on your nice bag, I tried different end of end of handles, I should say. Okay, and I had problems. And problem number one, I didn't have a leather needle. That's problem number one. And now I changed it. And do you know, or do you see, where do I put my needles? You remember this? You know this from Janome? So you can put your pins or your needles, your sewing needle, hand sewing or sewing needles. So we have this for every Janome machine. So Janome leather needle, okay? And then I cut my template, okay? You know, this is, you have to reinforce this. Okay, I'll show you here. This is already cut. Okay, I tried different end just to show you. Okay, so this one is already cut. I'm not that crazy about when it's round, because you're never sure where you have to stop, but I did it anyway. So what you have to do is, see, this is coming up to here, and this is flipping over, and you're going to sew through, and it's going to be strong because the whole thing will be sewn all on your leather bag. But maybe you said, I'm going to do a plain handle, fold in 4, top stitch, and insert with my lining. It's not as strong as this here. Okay, this is stronger, these type of handles. But you have to reinforce the attach, because you see, this is a bit stretchy. So what I did everywhere here, I add a lining. Whoops, this is 3 mistakes. First, my needle. Then 2 ways tape, sticky tape, 2 ways, you know. And this here, too long. Okay, so 3 mistakes. Okay, but you have to practice. So what you have to do, you just need to reinforce what's going around that wire here. And 2-phase tape, forget it. Okay, this is 2-phase tape. Forget it. It's not good. I'll tell you why. Because then your machine skips stitches and it's loose. It's becoming loose because the glue of that tape holds your thread and it makes loop. So what did I use? I don't know who's the genius who invented this. ODIF 505. Just love it. So, okay. So just a little bit of reinforcement. Same fabric, leather. You don't need to buy anything else. And then stick it not where you're going to sew. You see, this will be inside, and you will sew. You don't want to sew like too many stitches. You see, this is not a commercial machine, for a shop, or it's not a Louis Vuitton machine, okay? So you have to reinforce this, okay? And my glue is not my glue. This they say this glue stick. This glue stick. Thank God I'm reading. It's so good. So this is what I did here. Okay, this one is ready. But now I have to glue it here on my piece of fabric. I have to stick it. I cannot pin, huh? No problem. No problem at all. So I'm using my little, using this, okay? And it is blue, the glue is blue, but don't worry, it becomes transparency when you, whoops, okay. And you stick it. I don't need this anymore. Remove them. And then sew around. Okay? If you want to do a, oh, I'll remove this. This is just to show you. I'll tell you something after. Okay? So then this is, you give it a little bit of loose because you need to come here to top stitch. Huh? I like to start here on the top left corner because you want to hold the whole thing together. If you make a mistake, if the result is not nice, you have just a little bit to remove. If you start here and then you end up a problem, you have to undo the whole thing, okay? So I really appreciate my speed control, okay? And I go slow, and I'm going to, okay, put my foot down, and I'm gonna make sure with my needle, you see, I have a thumb wheel here. So only CM17 and M8 who has that thumb wheel here. So convenient. So start. Okay, foot up. Then sew straight. I don't go fast because I am in full control. Stop, foot up. And I don't ask my machine, I didn't ask my machine the pivot function because I want to be in full control of this. Okay, foot up whenever I want. And then I go around. Because I'm going slow, you may notice a slight hesitation from my machine. But I'm in full control. Okay. And if I'm not exactly where I want, I have my up and down needle position. I'm going to double check if I'm okay. No, I need one more stitch. Okay, now I'm okay. Yes. And I keep coming around. You see how good? Okay, now here. And I keep feeding my okay, I'll stop now because I want to make sure I won't catch that thread. And I keep going, but I should go stitch by stitch to meet. Okay, I'm okay. Needle up, foot up, and use the side thread cutter. I didn't want to do lock stitch because it's too much at the same place. So what do you do with this? Come at the back, pull, and with the tweezers, you know, because you pulled, you have a little loop. This is your upper thread. Mm-hmm. It works good when you don't look. And then you bring the upper thread to the back. Okay. And now the next one. And then you tie them together like I did here. You just make a knot. Okay. So maybe you say to yourself, oh, I made a bobo. What am I going to do? Oh, this is finished. I can't use it anymore. Not true. Okay. Leather. You go on your ironing board, steam it to the back. Don't put the iron here. Huh? Steam it to the back and brush it. okay, and redo it again. This is what I did here. Exactly what I did. And this is what I'm going to do here. You see, I made it nice here, and here it didn't make it nice. And also because it was too thick, and this glue, all the problems came here. But you have to try something to understand to understand if you're doing something wrong. Okay, so this is without a problem. Maybe you have a fabric that will need your AcuFeed Flex system. AcuFeed Flex system is not a walking foot, huh? Okay, it is more than a walking foot. So I'm going to attach the foot. We'll do just a little seam, okay? And of course, I attach the ED foot. I use the narrow one, and I slide in the ED foot, okay? And then you take a scrap, and you see, this is not wide. This is not wide enough for me. Oh, okay, this. 2 thicknesses, just for fun. Maybe like this. And okay. And then you try. Okay. So you want to do it very close to the end. You have the ability. And now I'm going to go a little bit faster. See, my machine doesn't hesitate anymore because I'm going faster. Okay, stop. And maybe you'll say, oh, I'd like to try in the center position, which is 4.5 because we have a 9 millimeter 4.5. Again, how do you insert the end of your thread in the middle of the foot? You do nothing. See? Put your fabric, needle down, needle up. You don't touch to the nothing else. Don't lower the foot. And that's it. Now I'm in the center needle position. Okay, I'm going to follow the other seam. Look at this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It went over under my my Teflon sheet. Should have watched this before. And all this, it would be better if I had my other needle plate, but I didn't have it, so I manage anyway. You see? AcuFeed Flex, no problem. Look at my beginning and my end. This was my right side. So all this because a simple thing, the needle thread into the thread holder of your machine. Janome thought of everything, huh? So you have a few choices, huh? Maybe AcuFeed Flex, maybe your zipper foot. You play with needle down, needle up, you speed, needle position, stitch length. Sorry. And you make beautiful handles, huh? Look at this on thick. Hey, look how thick this is. And if you fold it more, look at this. Well, you did a good work today in front of everybody. Okay, so I will turn my camera to say goodbye to you. Okay, so I didn't read the comments, so maybe. Okay. OK. Hello. Merci pour vos conseils. Oh, Bonita speak French. OK. Bonjour, Raymond Lemieux. De très bonnes techniques pour optimiser nos machines. Perfect. Where did you get the pattern for the loop for handles? Oh, me, I'm always on Pinterest. Pinterest, I don't know who invented this, but thank you. Thank you. So I put it into French, but you put it in English. End of handles for bag. That's what I did. Okay. Thank you, Mariella. Where did you, okay. Diana, Shirley, always interesting. Take care. Yeah, I have to stop coughing, but thank you very much for your teaching. I'm very, very happy. If you learn something, I'm so very happy. This is the goal. Huh? So I'm saying goodbye to everybody. I don't have a cold. It's itchy. I'd like to put my hands and scratch. So see you, everybody, next week, and have a good week. Bye-bye.